All right, good morning. So in the Old Testament of the Bible, there's a story that will not be unfamiliar to many of us. It's the story of Samson and Delilah. And so, you know, the angel of the Lord appears to the woman who will be Samson's mother and says, you're going to have a son, and this child is already dedicated to God, so you can never take a razor to his head, okay? And so, speed ahead, speed ahead, speed ahead. Well, we should cast the story, okay? So, some superhero type figure should play Samson? Somebody with really great hair. And I think Reverend Nadine would make an extraordinary Delilah. So we'll let her be Delilah. And so there you have a little image to work with, okay? And so Samson's job is that he's going to help the Israelite people. He's going to move them forward from the oppression of the Philistines. Did I say that Delilah was a Philistine? And so you know, this is a great story. I love this story because the Philistines come to Delilah and say, we've got to find out why Samson is so strong. How? Because he's doing us a lot of harm. How can we get to him? Find out his secret. And so she says, Samson, tell me, honey, baby angel lamb, how is it you're so strong? And he tells her something, and the Philistines come in, and that's not it. And so now Samson is clearly not the sharpest tack in the drawer. Because she asks him again, oh, if you really love me, you'd tell me why, how is it that you're so strong? And so he tells her something else. And the Philistines come in, and that's not it. Oh, Samson, 3 times. If you really, really love me, you would tell me the secret of your strength. He tells her something else. The Philistines come in, that's not it. She says, this is such a great story about manipulation. Clearly you don't love me, because if you loved me, you would really, really tell me you see, I'm not so manipulative, isn't it? You would tell me the secret. So finally he gives in, and he tells her the secret. And then she says, oh, well, darling, just take a little nap here. Put your head in my lap. You just fall asleep. And all of a sudden she becomes Sweeney Todd. She just shaves his head. He wakes up, he doesn't have any hair, he doesn't have any strength. Now the part of the story that really interests me this time is that Samson knew better, but he didn't do it. How often does that happen to us? That we know better, but we I know I should get up off the sofa. I know I should not even buy those flaming hot Cheetos. I know I should not even go down the ho-ho aisle at the grocery store. But it's just this once I'm going to go there, right? See, the thing is that Samson's strength was actually not in his hair, but it was in the vow, and the divine instructions which were given by the angel. That was really, really the source of his strength, which is why I'm so interested in when we know what we're supposed to do, when we know how we are supposed to be, how we're supposed to be showing up in the world and in our life, and yet we ignore that. Oh, gosh. See, I think if you've come this far, even if you only came to church today because somebody's taken you to breakfast, I know that you already know spiritual truth. So you know the best way to be. You know that you should be compassionate and loving and giving and forgiving and generous. There's some level where you know that. But I also realize that here on earth, sometimes we think, God, life is just so mundane sometimes. I have 100 million things to do every single day. But here we are, not human being, we're not just human. We're, as we say, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And so we understand spiritual principle. Everybody here knows something about spiritual principle. But the human personality needs a little work, doesn't it?